Okay, so get your books, everyone. Get your books. We are going to answer your books today. Okay, before that, let me check your attendance. Okay, give me a second. Okay, Jomjam, what's your number?
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3%. Prel, what's your number?
7.
How about Kaupan? What is your number?
18, please.
Okay. Kaimuk? Number?
4.
Number 4. And Pim?
17.
17. Mimi Valencia? Huh? Granda, what's your number?
15.
15. Fuji?
1.
Number 1. And okay, everyone, you get your books. Get your books because we are going to start. So our topic for today will be scalar and vectors. Okay. Our topic will be scalar and vectors. Sorry. Okay, everyone. So again, our topic will be scalar and vectors. Are you ready? If you guys are ready, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So scalar and vector quantities, okay? Okay, give me a second. And magnitude, okay. And that's, okay, give me a second. Okay, so the examples of vector. So we have 5 examples that I'm going to give you. So the examples here are force, velocity, acceleration, displacement, and momentum. So these are the examples of vectors that I'm going to give you. Okay, So this means that this has magnitude and has quantity and direction. Okay, so force, it has a direction, velocity has a direction, acceleration has a direction also, and displacement and momentum has a direction. It has magnitude. So remember the difference between scalar and vector. Scalar only has magnitude, no other characteristic. Vector has vector quantity having direction and also has magnitude. So do you see the difference there? Scalar has magnitude, only has magnitude. But for vector, it has magnitude and also it has direction. Okay? But in scalar, it doesn't have direction. So that's how you are going to remember. Okay, so you remember the meaning of scalar and vector later. We are going to have a game later. Okay, so please get your books because we are going to answer. And before we answer, let me show you the symbol of scalar and vector. Okay, the symbol of scalar and vector. Okay, so for example, example of scalar is speed and mass. What is the symbol of speed? The symbol of speed is V, right? So the symbol of scalar is just a quantity symbol. So your quantity is speed and the symbol of speed is just V. For mass, what is the symbol of mass? It's what? What's the symbol of mass?
kg,
kg is what?
kilogram.
Kilogram. Okay, so that's the symbol of your scalar also. But for vector here, of course, it has direction. So direction, you are going to draw an arrow. So for example, for speed, the quantity symbol is V, right? So for vectors, it already has direction. So that's why you need to write or draw an arrow above V. So example, just like this one. Also for mass, the quantity symbol of mass is just kj, right? Or kilogram. So you are going to draw also an arrow because in vector, it already has direction. Okay. Okay, so do you get it, everyone? Understand? Understand?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do now is get your books and open it to page 57, 5.1. Okay, get your books and open it to page 57, 5.1. 5.1. Okay, and while waiting for your books, while preparing your books, let's watch this video.
Vectors and
Can you hear the sound?
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear.
scalars. Scalars, physical quantities which can be completely specified by 1. A number which represents the magnitude of the quantity. 2. An appropriate unit, are called scalars. Scalar quantities can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided by usual algebraic laws. Its examples include mass, distance, speed, density, volume, time, temperature, entropy, energy, charge, work, potential, etc. Vectors. Physical quantities which can be completely specified by 1. A number which represents the magnitude of the quantity. 2. An appropriate unit. 3. A specific direction are called vectors. This means a vector is a representation of both a quantity and a direction at the same time. Its examples includes displacement, force, velocity, acceleration, and momentum. Representation of a vector. A straight line parallel to the direction of the given vector is used to represent it. Length of the line on a certain scale specifies the magnitude of the vector. An arrowhead is put at one end of the line to indicate the direction of the given vector. Unit vector. A vector whose magnitude is 1 and directed along the direction.
Okay, so we don't need to talk about unit vector. We just need to talk about what is vectors. Okay, so guys, I have a correction here for my example in the symbol. So speed is not a vector, I'm sorry, and also mass is not a vector. So can you give me examples of vector that I showed you before? What are those? The example of vector that I showed you, we have, what's this?
Force.
Okay, let's fix force. Okay, let's do force. Okay, so what is the symbol of force? Symbol of force is what?
F.
Are you sure?
Oh, it's a arrow.
Huh?
It's an arrow.
Error?
Arrow.
Arrow of force? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Symbol of force?
It's
It's
like
not-
a line. I don't know how to call it.
Quantity symbol, huh? Quantity symbol. For example, for speed, it's V, right? For mass, it's kj. How about for force? What is that? For force is
F.
F. Are you sure? You can look in Google. Make sure. Who's the one that discovered force? It's Isaac.
Newton.
So it's letter
N.
N. It's Newton. Okay. So for vector here, you remember it already has a direction. So that's why even if the symbol is N, you need to draw a line or an arrow above your symbol. Okay. So this is the examples of vector symbols. Okay. Quantity symbol. Okay. So for force, we have Newton, and of course, don't forget about the arrow sign above. Because if you are just going to write Newton or N, that means it's not a vector. It's not going to complete the symbol. Okay, so you don't forget to put the arrow sign above. Okay, everyone, understand? Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get your books and let's answer this page 57. 5.1. The first question is what? Who can tell me what is the first question? Can you please read?
What are
Scalar
scalar quantities?
Okay. So scalar quantities are? Scalar quantities are?
Are physical quantities that have only magnitude.
Okay. Your bird is flying there. Jump, jump. Okay, so scalar quantities are physical quantities that only has magnitude. Okay. Give me two examples of scalar quantities. Pim. Two examples of scalar quantities. We have and time and very good. Okay, and for letter B, the question is, what is vector quantities? Pepe. Vector quantities. Okay. Vector quantities are
Physical quantities
quantities.
have
quantities that have magnitude and directions.
Okay, so vector quantities are physical quantities that have magnitude and direction. So you can see the difference there for scalar and vector. For scalar, own magnitude only. For vector, it has magnitude and direction. So that's why you need to draw an arrow above the symbol because of direction. So you need to draw an arrow. Okay. So what are two examples of vector? Kaimuk. Two examples of vector. Two examples of vector is
Velocity and displacement.
yes, very good. And for number two, is categorize the physical quantities below. So for example, energy, where does that belong? Energy belongs to scalar quantity. So you are going to write there. Also for mass, speed, time, and volume, that belongs to scalar quantity. And for vector quantity, momentum, force, acceleration, velocity, and weight belongs to vector quantity. Okay. So if you have question, you can ask me. Don't forget. Okay, so again, don't forget about scalar quantities. Don't forget about scalar quantities. Scalar quantities have magnitude only. But for vector, there is a magnitude and there is also a direction. Okay? And also remember that the examples of scalar quantity, we have energy, mass, speed, time, volume. And for vector quantity, the examples for this one are momentum, force, acceleration, velocity, and weight. Okay, if you have questions, you can ask me. And also, please hurry up because we need to write or answer the next page. Okay, again, scalar quantities, magnitude only. Vector quantities, magnitude and direction. So please remember that. Okay, finish. Jam, Pim, finish.
Finish.
Finish. Okay. If Jam, you're finished, please try to answer the table under table number
Finish.
1. Show. Okay. Pim, finish. Okay. How about Kaimuk?
I'm finished.
Not finished. Okay, Pepe,
Yeah, finished.
finish.
Teacher, I will do a number three. Number three.
Yes, do number 3, the
Okay.
table. Those who are finished, please do number 3. Start doing number 3 because maybe we are not gonna have enough time to do it. Try to answer it by yourself. It's very easy because you already know what's the difference between scalar and vector. Okay, again, for those who are finished, please start answering number 3. The table there, table 1, shows some events involving physical quantities. Tata, Mina, are you finished?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start answering number 3. Preo, are you finished, Preo?
Not yet.
Not yet. Fuji. Finish? Okay, you answer number 3. How about Kaupan? Finish?
No finish.
Okay, you take a photo of the answer. Maybe you're
Yes,
not gonna
photo.
have, okay, maybe you're not gonna have enough time. Okay, so we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So remember, scalar quantities, magnitude only. Don't forget, magnitude only. And for vector quantities, it's magnitude and direction. Okay, and the examples for scalar quantity, we have energy, mass, speed, time, and volume. And for vector quantity, we have momentum, force, acceleration, velocity, and weight. And again, for those who are finished, please answer number 3 by yourself because that's very easy. Okay. Okay, so 2 minutes left. So again, those who are finished, please start answering number 3. If you have questions, you can ask me. So for letter P there in exercise number 3, vector quantity, it has direction. Direction is Suvarnabhumi Airport to Phuket Airport. And the magnitude is 700 kilometers per hour. Okay, again, if you have questions, you can ask me. Kaupan, finish? And if you're already finished, please don't forget to send your answers in our line group. So again, don't forget scalar quantities, magnitude only, and for vector quantities, it's magnitude and direction. Okay, we have less than 1 minute. If you're already finished, please don't forget to send it in our line group and also include answering number 3, okay? That's very easy for number 3. Okay. So if it's gonna end, I'm gonna say goodbye now so that we can finish properly. Okay, again, those who are finished, please don't forget to answer number 3, okay? Please don't forget to answer number 3.